Hello, I'm Rocky Gilbert for an update on the Swan Lake Fire. So today things are going fairly good for us. We've got about 160 people over here in what we're calling Division Charlie on the west side of the fire. The line that they're putting in is protecting Sterling and the Kenai Keys area. They're working hard to improve that piece of ground to make sure that we don't have any fire that can escape their containment lines. And those folks should be in there probably for another 10 to 14 days trying to make sure that that stuff is secured. Moving along the highway yesterday, we completed the burning operations. All that went well. It's still holding. Smoke is continuing to blow to the south. People will notice that some of these interior areas, we had some unburned fuels that's starting to pick up and show some significant smoke in there, but there's no threat to our lines from that activity. All of the rec sites that are within the recreation area are in good shape. We've got structure protection in place, and folks are monitoring the fire movement within the area to make sure that those all stay protected. Moving over into the eastern side of the fire, we have what's called Division Kilo that's south of the Kenai River. We've got several crews also in there. They're continuing to move south along the fire edge, cutting line and putting in hose lays, so they've got some plumbing to spray water to help reinforce the containment lines as they progress around the fire. So really good work going on in there. We're feeling good with even with the wind that we're getting out of the north, that what they're doing is working. We have one crew that's still up on the Fuller Trail. They're up close to the fire edge, and they're working on using some water to try to contain and slow down some fire in that area and put some containment line in there. Moving over to the community of Cooper Landing. So far today, we've been able to get finally 3 helicopters working up there doing bucket work, dipping out of Trout Lake and Juneau Lake in order to protect those cabins that are up there, and also to try to minimize any movement of the fire moving south towards Cooper Landing. So that's been very successful so far today. To this point, although we're moving into our peak burn period, they have not seen any significant movement down the Juneau Creek drainage. So operations are going well. We only have a handful of firefighters that are actually up in there. We were unable to do any crew shuttles, but we do have the aviation resources working up there. And as the air continues to clear, they'll look for opportunities to actually bring in the scooper aircraft to the fixed wing airplanes to put additional waters in there. We have our contingency line that's just to the north of Cooper Landing. We have multiple 20-person crews in there working to improve that piece of line if fire was to move south, that would be a place that they could that they would hold the line and probably do some burning operations if that was the case. But we don't see that occurring right now, but they're certainly prepped and ready to go if fire does make any movement towards Cooper Landing. Overall today, again, we've got a whole bunch of engines in here, specifically working around Cooper Landing to make sure that if fire did move south, they got folks in there that can try to keep fire from impinging upon people's homes. Additionally, today we're getting a strike team of engines from the McKinley Fire that should show up later this afternoon, early evening, and another 20-person crew also coming from that fire. So we continue to get resources in to help us with this effort, and we're having success today.